All right. Hey, my name is Reverend Annie Batchelder. I'm an Akashic channel, a divine light channel. I've been channeling for about 34 years. And I get to channel for you today. I'm taking live questions on Facebook page, the group page called Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. This group page is titled Bringing Forth Group Consciousness or Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness after my book, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. This is an Akashic Records guide to living a fulfilled life. And it's all about you as a soul and living as your soul and being connected with the divine as you are as a soul. And so I'm trying to get these plugs in early. I'm also available to do readings on Zoom for a variety of times and amounts and so forth, like that. Um, Readings are the lifeblood of my work, and they help pay the bills. And I love doing them. They're so inspiring. You guys are so inspiring to me. But I do want you to be able to buy this book, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. You can get it on Amazon books, or you can send me Venmo $30, and I will sign one and write a special note on the inside and put a sticker on the outside, a gold sticker that says autographed copy, and make it real official for you. And I really write a special note, like I tune into your energy and make it relevant for you, personalized for you. Anyway, today our mission here on the Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness group page is to take questions that you write in on the Facebook page, and I channel answers for you. So I'm just going to go to that Facebook page and see what we got going. If everybody else is here and checking in, I'm looking forward to doing readings for you. It's what what I'm built to do. It's my soul's purposes fulfilled. So you're giving me an opportunity to be who I'm designed to be when you have me read for you. Sorry, I have been dealing with a very troublesome laryngitis this spring for the last couple of weeks. So here we go. Good morning, Pat Hansen. How are you, sweetie pie? I just love it that you come week after week and you always ask good questions. Like you asked about that, the eclipse coming up on the 8th. It's a total solar eclipse, which according to the astrologers that I follow is a wing ding, big deal, big deal. And when I had spoken to you, or you asked a question about the solar eclipse last time, the thing that came was it's a great time to just really let go of stuff and shed things. And I had the image of things, excess clothing coming off, old coverings being shed, old energy being shed. And that seemed really relevant. And as I listened to some of the astrologers that I follow, they're very much in agreement with that. It's a great time to let go of what's in the way and get started on what's new for you and what's really important to you. Going to make a little adjustment here. So let's see. Pat Hansen asks, she asks, all the extreme weather in US and around the world, any insights on what is happening on the spiritual level? Well, Greetings. This is the great creatress. And in cooperation with Mother Earth, in support of her Akashic records and potentialities and possibilities, it is one way that Mother Earth is rebelling against humans living on her in an unconscious manner. Taking, mining, watering, recklessly, living without respect for Mother Nature's abundance and supply. And as souls, the goal, if you want to call it that, is to evolve so that you become one with me, the divine, and one with the earth and all the creations that surround you, from the plants and insects and birds and four-leggeds and reptiles, fish, all of the life forms, the microcosmic and the macrocosmic life forms. The goal or the objective is to evolve into greater and greater oneness, and even oneness evolves as you evolve. Just like you as personalities evolve, you as souls evolve into greater and greater oneness with me. And so this is happening at the earth level as well. It's Mother Earth saying, all right, you upstarts, listen to me, honor me, engage with me on a respectful level, and observe and be grateful for the gifts that you are given: food, air, water, sunlight, energy. All of these things are gifts from Mother Earth, and of course from myself. But as part of the earthly experience for human souls, and even those who feel that they are non-humans, maybe star seeds and whatnot, that you have determined yourself to be, all must respect Mother Earth and the divine, and this elaborate cooperation, this elaborate web of life that has been built into this experience, so that you can draw more inward to your essence and your inner capabilities and express them on the outside in beautiful and ceremonial and artistic and honoring ways. The earth does not suffer fools. And there will be objectives and objections made clear through crazy weather, earthquakes, and if need be, she is completely capable of allowing many of the human population to die, to lighten the load on her, so that those remaining can reestablish a society or societies that work in cooperation with her. And this is a lesson as well for humans in dealing with others. Working in cooperation. War is so unnecessary and so lower consciousness in humans. It is drawn from that dualistic us against you, and my tribe is better than your tribe, and my God is better than your God, and all of that, this competition, the element of survival is really within your control and is expressed through planting gardens that feed the bees and nourish yourselves and work with organic features and elements, allowing you to be part of this life, creating life, sponsoring life, much as I do you. I have created all these forms of life for you to interact with and to cooperate with. There is enough for all if you rein in the ego's snatch and grab tendencies, the ego's uncertainty about future supply, and therefore we must hoard. You needn't hoard. I supply you with everything. Always. All the time. And so the extreme weather in the US and around the world is a function of my plan unfolding through the earth and her expression. She is amongst the category of divine creations that I have created that are involved in earth life and the experience of human beings here on the planet. Good morning, Teresa. It's so good to see you. It's so good to know you are here. Pardon me while I pour a cup of hot tea. Keep my throat bathed. Good morning, Stephanie Ansley Miller. So good to see my familiar folks. You give me a great sense of purpose and fulfillment that you're here. I chose another card after this morning's 7:30 channeling, which was a powerful direct transmission from the great creatress, from the divine, and you might like it. It's on my personal page, Annie Batchelder, on Facebook. But this is the card that I drew after that live video, and it says, I am the loving energy of the universe. And so it is. And computers are doing some fun stuff. Facebook has decided to cycle on and off at weird times in my oh my goodness. Oh, let me just look and see if there's anything else about the extreme weather. The earth throughout the eons has gone through great changes. Meteors landing, the planet getting very, very moist, and then drying extremely, creating ice ages and so forth. So some of this is to be expected. And also to understand that everything runs in cycles. And Pat Hansen says, I'm about to go through my closet. Amen. It's like, really, do I need this much to get along? It's 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 a representative of my wanting to fulfill my needs personally by shopping, getting new clothes and making myself look a different way or look more like the girls in the catalogs. But I'm 66 and they're 24, so it's a little tricky. So going through the closet, emptying and decluttering is always a good idea. Always, always, always. So Stephanie Ansley Miller says, I want to be supportive to the Mother Earth, especially during the eclipse. Any advice from the divine? Well, love her, love Mother Earth, love the sun, love the relationship that they have with the moon. It's a triad of sorts, sun, earth, moon. And there are different elements there. Of course, the sun is always seen as more male and the moon is more female. And the three of them working in cahoots is a good idea. In cooperation. And that ties into what the great creatress was talking about, being cooperating with each other, with the earth, with weather, with the elements in ways that is supportive to all life forms. And so the earth being a macrocosm or a multitude of macrocosms is a thing to be adored and appreciated. And even just going into a series of gratitudes about Mother Earth. Thank you for giving us life. Thank you for sustaining us. Thank you for the extra rain that we have been receiving. Thank you for filling the coffers of the aquifers and the reservoirs and the lakes and the streams and the rivers, and may all life thrive. One of the astrologers that I follow is Pam Gregory. She's been at this astrology business for quite a while, and she includes some of the more minor planets and farther afield than the standard ones in the horoscope. And she says everything should be preceded for the highest good of myself, everyone involved, and Gaia. For the highest good of myself, the highest good of everyone involved, and the highest good of Gaia. And that covers a lot of territory. And that puts you in synchronicity and in cooperation and in co-creation with the elements that we're discussing here today. And that would be supportive to Mother Earth during the eclipse on the 8th. 4 days from now. Oh my gosh, that's Monday. The day after I plant all my starts in my veggie garden. And remember that this is true as well. I am the loving energy of the universe. I still haven't figured out how to make Facebook not reverse the cards, and so the lettering's backwards. It's another element of technology that has stumped me right now. I'm sure the answer will arise in due time, because that's how it works. That's definitely how it works. Being in agreement and going with the flow and allowing what is so to be what is so, and not fighting any of what is present. There, I have to cooperate. I have to expand to include. I have to love that as well. I've been feeling incredibly brittle and internally chaotic, and not terribly well. I mean, a little worn out and fatigued, and I know that could be from some of the solar flares and X-class, whatever they're having on the sun, as well as Mercury's in retrograde and the shift in the planets. And, this is spring. There's so much energy in springtime. So, at least here in this hemisphere where it's springtime, there's so much pushing out of life wanting to come forth. And you think about that, combining that with so much energy coming from the computers and Facebook and all this stuff. Notice me, notice me. It's overwhelming at times, and having a little trouble fielding it all myself. So I'm getting a lot of acupuncture and lots of sleep and rest and being gentle with myself and really not pushing. And this voice stuff is about not pushing, not trying to do more than I really can do, and not doing stuff that is contraindicated to my welfare and my peace of mind. Just not interested in compromising myself for any reason or anything, not chasing the almighty dollar. Although I love to do readings for you, and I do charge for those. They do bring me new energy and make me feel quite lovely doing the readings. It's being in the energy of your records and your soul, and being able to reflect back to you what is true for you is a joy. It's a pleasure and a half, and it helps me make sense of life, to see it through your eyes or through your soul's perspective. Let's see. The eclipse is a big event. I'm saging every day lately. Well, that's a great idea, Stephanie. And I was even thinking of getting Stephanie to do a dragon reading for me, since it's the year of the wood dragon. And she is the dragon queen in my world. She has a couple of dragons as guides, and I think I need to be on a one-to-one basis with those dragons, because this year is a dragon year, which is a symbolic of great good fortune. And dragon energy is potent. It's strong. And so is springtime energy. So saging seems like a really good idea. It was also really nice getting my veggie gardens ready. We had help doing it. Oh, and Teresa's showing me a card. Retreat. Yes, ma'am. That is wonderful. I'm very much on that program, of just pulling inward when necessary and not pushing out more than necessary, just not needing to do more and more. There's that pushing thing just ain't happening right now, and my voice will really really tell me when I'm trying to push because it'll react one way or another. And I know some people find this throaty voice kind of sexy, but it's a little more work to push the air through and make these strange vocal cords ring. Ring. Yes, oh, okay, you'd love to do a dragon reading for me. Thank you, Stephanie. I think it's a good idea. We'll coordinate that later. My schedule is a little wacky. Perhaps tomorrow morning if you're available. Um, we could do that, and also let me know what you need financially for that. I would love to support you in your work. You have your divine gifts that are always available. Thank you so much. You offer your heart all the time. And I really feel that from folks who come on these lives, is that you are offering your hearts and you make yourselves available to me. I'm glad that there's some information that can be shared with you that is useful. I'm looking for if there are any other questions to answer on this fine, foggy spring day here in Northern California. Okay. Checking in with the great creatress because she is so present today. It was so, her energy is so palpable. She came through really strongly this morning at the 7:30 live video on my personal page, and that direct transmission to everyone's chakras was just really organizing and kind and fulfilling and really helped a lot. Um, Stephanie says, I'm experimenting with pretending to always be on vacation lately to take the pressure off myself. It seems to be working for me. Any insights about making it even more effective? Well, my colleague, Anna Sui, ANNATSUI, has a Facebook page, group page, and she also did a group thing with a bunch of us about living your life as if you're on vacation. And she really figured out a way to formalize that process. And so I recommend Anna Sui. I'm going to just write that in the comments. So you can see her name and get that into the comments so it's available. Look her up on Facebook, and she's an author. She wrote a really good book called Shadow Magic, working with the dark side, and what your shadow's trying to teach you. She's a powerful, powerful coach and teacher. I love her very much. And so let me just look at the energy of that, living your life as if you're on vacation. Okay. So I find that the first part of vacation personally is like that pack up thing. Did I get everything I need? Am I bringing too much? Am I going to be on time for the airport, or are we get the exit on schedule? Did I bring enough food? All of those details, those tend to be the first thing. And so once I get through that and really sift the items down to what is absolutely necessary and what makes me feel really good to have in my kit, I can then slide into that one day at a time consciousness. Like vacation is really like, what am I going to discover that's new? What energy am I going to be presented with? What visual stimulation am I going to be presented with, and how do I incorporate that? And that sense of discovery and astonishment or amazement and childlike curiosity. I'm thinking about my recent trip to Arizona and Phoenix, and that big flat city. It was remarkably industrial. I didn't realize how industrial Phoenix was, and of course interspersed with a ton of housing and big wide boulevards that were absolutely necessary because there were cars always moving on those streets, and so many gas stations. I don't think I've ever seen a city with more gas stations. um, you'd come to almost every intersection and there'd be 3 or 4 on every corner, you know. And also the beauty of the mountains as we went for drives outside of Phoenix to the Sedona area, and to go visit that Church of the Holy Cross and to be in the energy of that church was pretty profound. I liked it a lot. It was very clear and very felt very pure. And so, and the views, being able to see distances. I spent so much time in my office generating business or working on a book or trying to figure out how to get my book published on different um, platforms. Um, and there's so much of that is indoors, and then to be outside and interacting with the earth and appreciating all those tiny little plants and large that here locally in my yard, where to just chop down, like there's a hip high grass growing in some places in my backyard. And so I want to support you, Stephanie, in staying on vacation mode, because you're a good vacationer. You take some really amazing trips and you really feel the energy in the areas that you go to. And so you might even do that in your own home and check out what is Mother Earth exuding in this corner of the yard or at this intersection of the pathways. Is there a kind of plant that is wanted and needed in the yard? I know you just redid your yard recently, and it's gorgeous, very peaceful. And is there something wanted and needed? Is there a dragon statue that you could place somewhere? You probably already have them. Or some crystals that want to be out in the yard that will assist you in staying in vacation mode. But it's the creation of and the sponsoring of that sense of curiosity and openness to the new. And as I'm speaking, I'm realizing that I've forgotten to greet every day and every breath and every moment as something new, that I am being birthed anew. And I think this birthing idea is a big part of the upcoming solar eclipse, by the way, Pat, and everyone else, that this is a great time to birth what's new. And I have a sense that there are new expressions, new levels of healing that I can do and channeling that I can do, and that there's an interior shift going on, and a reorganization of my energy, or an intensifying even of my energy and my focus and my ability to bring through higher levels of information and energy, such as this morning's divine transmission directly from the great creatress at that 7:30 live. That was just, I was impressed. I don't mean to stroke my own, shake my own tail or whatever, rattle my own cage, but it was amazing to have that experience and have that come through in that way. And it was so delicate, and it was so gentle, and it was so in accordance with my physicality. I think that was very, very useful, and I think it was very useful for the rest of us. I will be posting that on my YouTube page as well, my YouTube channel, like I do. Last week, I didn't get my videos up last week, but I'll get them, all 4 of them up today after we're done here. So let's see, vacation mode. So vacation mode also means childlike innocence. I can just see you laughing now, Stephanie. Yeah. And that's, I love to be in my childlike innocence and my open, wide-eyed wonder girl, let that 8-year-old girl come out um, and experience every day, every moment, um, and find what's new and be discerning and registering what energy is about and what energy is within. And when I'm in times of transition, like I've been in this last few weeks, there's a part of me that feels very protective and very reclusive, or, retreat, like my friend Teresa says. She put that card up on my messenger, and that's so relevant. There's a feeling of needing to be protective of myself because I think I'm a little bit raw and revealed and overexposed, and that can come from being in vacation mode too. I mean, there's so much new and so much stimulation. It's easy to be overexposed or sunburnt in the light, and learning to be with that and feel the new light that's coming in, the new energy that's coming in, and how that settles in my body and how that is interacting with my soul's light. I do think there's a big step up involved. I do think there's a big step up involved. I think it has to do a lot with doing more divine energy healings, and I think those will be really valuable for people this summer. Thank you, Stephanie. She says, lovely, lovely session this morning. Yes, it really was. It was very, very kind, tender, very delicate and precise. But I would expect nothing less from the great creatress. She's got it going on. All right. I think it's time to close now. I have to put a plug in for my book, Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness. Many of you here have bought this. I so appreciate that. If you want to put a review on Amazon about this book, I would dearly appreciate that. Let me know if you've posted a review. I'll go check it out, and then I'll give you one of those 1-question readings. It's a value of $28 for free. I want to honor your helping me to promote this. Thank you, Stephanie, for giving a friend a copy of this book. I really appreciate that too. And may the forces of light and the generousness of the divine be with you all day today. I love you all. I love you all. Be well. Thank you. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.